Hello, hello, and good morning. A little bit impromptu today, and I'm not. I've not got my face on. I'm just checking that my laptop's working. Okay, yeah, it is. Yeah, I've not got my face on, so sorry. I'm not saying sort of hello in person, like, because I'm not quite ready for my non-makeup face on YouTube, and I'm trying not to wear makeup much since this lockdown. In fact, I really only put it on a Tuesday for coffee and card and a Thursday for paper crafts and piano. I've I've really been trying different things in lockdown. I've grown my nails. I've stopped biting my nails. That's a positive. So that's quite. Although I'm having mixed success because some keep breaking, but I'm doing well with it. And so I've been doing that. And I've also been looking after my skin, which I must admit, I've not been very good at doing in my life in general, really. So now I'm cleansing regularly and toning and putting moisturiser on and stuff. So, and I've been loving the Body Shop products actually. So and my skin is so much better. I used to get quite a few spots now and again, and I've not had any for about 3 weeks now, which is fabulous. So yeah, although I'm saying my skin feels better, I don't think I feel confident like going live to YouTube with no makeup on. So anyway, that's my little chatette. So Donna's on. Hi Donna. I'm gonna do this maybe on a Sunday because Craig's gone out on the bike. I was gonna craft, so I thought, well, I may as well craft and chat away. And if anyone's on and you want to ask me questions, and if anyone wants to watch my ramblings and craftings, then you can. But I'm gonna be making a few projects, and I think I might. Well, I've got quite a few things to do for upcoming things. So I think I'm going to use the house stamp set, but I'm also going to use the gnomes as well. In fact, let's get gnomes are on the top, so maybe on they're red rubber, so I don't need my mat. So maybe I should deal with gnomes first. So when I'm colouring in, I use Thick Whisper White with the blends and Memento ink. We must always use Memento ink with the blends. I've got 6 of you watching now, so that's amazing. So to say, I've not even really told anybody. So if you're logged on, please say hi so I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. And sometimes people say they can't see the chat. So you click on live chat, and if you want to give me a thumbs up, you have to close live chat down and then click like video and then put the live chat back on. So you're crafting as well, Donna. You've got some birthday card orders to get done. Brilliant. You've been swimming. Amazing. Oh, well, we can craft along together. So I thought I'd have a go with the little gnomies. I'm trying to come up with a class for this because I've had quite a lot of interest in it. But I'm just trying to work out how it would be most cost effective because you do need blends for it. And these are my 2 favourite stamps in the set. I've got 8 of you watching now, which is amazing because thank you. So please do say hi. It's just me crafting away Sunday morning. I've really had mostly had a day off on Friday actually. Did a few emails and bits and bobs like that. Replied to a few messages, but yeah. And then yesterday, I suppose I had a day off too. So that was cool. Did a bit of, well, Craig did gardening really. I suppose oh man, I've got a bit of smudge ink there. The reason why I'm gonna do this one, I'm gonna cut this one out. I'm gonna cut that one out, I think. I'm gonna colour it and then cut it with that. So I'm just gonna leave a gap between these because I might do something different. Oh, look at that, man. Not a very good start to the day, to the crafting. Right, I know I've left a big gap, but I think I'm going to cut another one of those like that. Yeah? One like that. Okay, so that's given us plenty to go at. Maybe I should have cut them before, but it's a bit impromptu. You just keep getting distracted by Christmas. Hi, Serena. Hi, everybody. Well, we've got 11 now. That's amazing. So happy Sunday, everybody. Right, I'm going to use my blends. So if you've not used the blends, I will go through. And if you want to ask any questions, you can. I keep mine at the moment at home in this box. You can see here, just because of my setup at home, it's easier. And I'm going to use Old Olive Light. I'm going to use the purples and blues again because it goes with the snowflake papers. So I'm going to use Balmy Blue and Highland Heather. Okay. Now, there's a couple of options on this if I was doing it for a class. And you need ivory for skin. Okay. Now, we only sell, oh, just dropped all the pens on the floor then. We only sell the blends now in a mixed pack, in a combo. Okay. Hi, Maria. Oh, hi, Karen. Whereabouts in Australia are you? Yeah, Maria, it's a bit impromptu. Craig's gone out, so I thought I'd just do a craft. If you can give me a thumbs up, that would be amazing. So, yeah, I'm using these colours because it goes with the Snowflake Splendor, well, not the green, sweet. Okay, so I'm going to colour these couple down here. Let me just, I'll show you the cards that I made actually. I'm going to try and do some easier versions of these for a class, because this would be hard to do for me to send you stuff out, because you'd need to own the stitched rectangles for this one, which is great if people do. So I'm going to try and do a more simplified versions of these for people, so there's not as much product required for you. Okay, so these were cards that I made last week, and this is why I'm using these colours. In Queensland, bedtime here, so you're just relaxing. I've been to Australia, but it was Western Australia that I've been to. I've been to Perth, because my lovely Stampin' Up friend and her family live in Perth. So I'm going to copy I'm going to copy this one. So when I'm colouring, I always use the dark first, and I'm just going to colour like a little bit of it, like that. Okay. Then I take the light one and I go over the dark. Sometimes with the blends, there's quite a big difference in the dark and the light. With this one, I've found that they're not too dissimilar. So what you can do is then go back over a bit with the dark if you wanted to. But I've got a discreet sort of blend there, if I show you. It fades a bit from dark to light. It's quite discreet. If you can see there. Oh, hi, Janice. Yeah, Maria, yeah. So on this card, yeah, I like to, hi, Ali. I like to get my money's worth. So what I did, Maria, if you've got the stitch rectangles, I can't remember if you have, basically to create these two cards, ignore this in the middle, because I realised I needed it needed to be coloured and not white. But basically, to create these two cards, you can do it sort of from one die cut. So I cut a piece of thick white that was 10 centimetres by 14.3. So it was 0.5 smaller than the card. I cut a piece of paper exactly the same size as the white, so 14.3 by 10, and I glued it together. So I basically got a paper and a card layer. And then I went through the big shot with it. Don't put too much glue on it, because you're sort of squeezing it together through the big shot. And also remember, you might have to go through a couple of times because you're cutting through a paper and a card. And what happens is it creates this frame. It needs the card on the back because it needs the strength. It wouldn't have worked just with the paper. So you create the frame, but then also this is what was inside that frame. So you get, you get two cards in one. But the reason that I can't really do that in a class when I'm sending stuff out is I would need to prep all the frames and all the things and glue for people, and it gets a massive prep time for me. So that's an idea. So I'm trying to come up with different ideas. But yeah, that's just to explain. Good morning, Janice, as well. Oh, wow, I've got 15 of you watching. That's amazing. Thank you. So, yeah, just ask any questions. I'm just colouring away. Tell me if you're crafting, what you're using. Yeah. So this one's Highland Heather. And when it's a small image like this, it's a small area I'm colouring in, I always use the bullet nib end, not the brush. In fact, I use the bullet nib a lot. I use the brush if I'm applying a lot of ink on a big surface, but when I'm blending, I feel like you have to press a bit harder, so I use the bullet end. Okay, that makes sense. Just realised when Craig goes out on a Sunday on the bike and he goes a little bit further, I track him. He had a bit of a near miss last week with a car, so I've been tracking him, and then I can make lunch and stuff when he comes back. But the tracker's on my phone, and my phone's currently above me. Does it leave both with stitches? Yeah. Can you see? Because there's double stitches on the dies. Can you see from there? Can you see there, Maria? Hope that helps. Right, so the nose is easy. Just colour that in with the ivory, no blending. And then a bit of face there, little face poking out. And I'm going to colour his hands. And then for his, well, I don't know what he's actually wearing. It's like a nightgown, really. Smock. What do gnomes wear? Smocks. I'll tell you, I'll have to. One of my team did an amazing version of this for like Australia, and she turned this gnome into wearing shorts and like no top. She drew a little line and made shorts, and then coloured him in so it looked like he was sort of sunbathing. Well, you know, like a beachy gnome. It was amazing. She's very clever. Has amazing ideas. I mean, don't overthink when you're colouring. We can get a bit, you know, I like to do my best. I like to turn out a good card, obviously, because it's my job, but sometimes we can strive for perfection too much, and at the end of the day, it is a handmade card. I don't like to say homemade because I think things like jam and cakes are homemade, and I think it makes us sound a little bit, if we say homemade cards, it doesn't sound as professional. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but yeah, I sometimes think if you overthink and get it too perfect, we're taking the fun out of it. Yeah, we want it to look nice and be proud of it, but we are human, we're not a machine making these cards. There's my philosophy for today. Oh, blammy neck, it's 3 a.m. in Oregon. You go to bed, GM. Catch it later. Okay, so I've done most of it. I'm just going to add a little bit of light old olive there under the leaves. And I've got a light smoky slate. Now, you could colour the beard in. I'll just lift that up to the camera because I don't think I can zoom in when I'm on a... Oh, I can. I didn't realise I could do that, you know. I can zoom in. Let me put that back on there then. I've never done that before. That's a bit better, isn't it? Okay, so I could colour the beard in grey, but I want it white, really. So what I'm going to do is just do like a little bit of grey, just like messy, just like a bit of shadow under like his moustache and his nose, because there would be a bit of shadow. And then this is the colour lifter pen, so it sort of removes colour. So I'm going to go over that and just like swish it round a bit, just so it's not as obviously grey. And I really like that effect then, you see. It sort of blends it. It's a bit more discreet. Can you see that now? I'll lift. I know I've zoomed in, but I'll lift it up a bit as well. You see that? Yeah, it's a little bit more discreet. So that's that one coloured in. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut. I'm going to try and go back to where I was. I've not got my scissors out. I've not even got glue out. Oh, Julie. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut these away because I don't want to get mess on them. And I'm going to cut this one out on my big shot, actually. Now, I've got news. I've got my new machine arriving on Tuesday, the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I've seen a few reviews and tryouts on YouTube and Facebook, and I can't wait for mine. It's going to be so cute on my desk. In fact, I said to Craig I need to clear a space for it from Tuesday. So I'm just going to my big shot, because I've not got room on my desk, is actually on the floor. In fact, I'm going to cut this one out as well. I know you might think I'm wasting card, but it's there we go. I had a few boo-boos. Right, I'm going to cut these out, so I'm just going to bend down and cut these out. So I might go quiet. Thank goodness, is that what I say? Right. Okay, there's one. Done. Had a bit of a boob on that one. I've not left enough room. We might have to... oh, actually, hang on a minute. I'm going to see. Right. Oh, man. This could be... I could have rescued it. So just bear with me. I'm just going to... I think I've rescued it. Let's see. Oh, no. Oh, hang on. Wow, that's not bad actually. So what I did there, this is a little tip for you, because I go wrong all the time. I'm human too. And what I just did, oh, I can't get my chair back in now. I really need to tidy up today. That's going to be my job for today. Your machine is arriving on Tuesday too. Brilliant. So what I did then, oh, sorry, you can see half my body then. I cut it, but I'd not left enough room. So it cut a little bit of the top off. So what I did, I put it back in, but I moved the die down a little bit. And then it's cut that off, yeah. And then I've just ended up with a smaller, can you see? So I've not wasted it. Ta-da! So yeah, I just moved the die down and lined the scallop up a bit like that. I moved it down, lined it up, and popped it in again. Little tip for you there. So we've now still got 2. Okay, so I have a bit of a favour to ask you. Craig, my partner, has got a music channel on YouTube and he is on 98 subscribers. Bless him, we're trying to build his channel up. He's on 98 subscribers, so I'd love to get him to 100, not 99. So this is his YouTube channel, and he's also got a new website as well. There we go. So if anyone could subscribe to his channel, he's just put a lovely... He's just been literally sat and practiced this morning, and he's put a lovely Les Mis Bring Him Home on this morning. So if you could go give him a subscribe and like his video, that would be amazing, and I'd be very grateful. And it's our little secret that I've asked you. So I'm just going to do similar to, there's not as much colouring on this one because it's mostly his beard, it's not his clothes really. So again, I'm going to do the beardy thing that I did before. Yeah. Oh, hey Kayla, how are you? What time is it where you are now? Must be late or early. Just doing an impromptu little YouTube with the gnomes. Kayla, I have to tell you, one of my team turned this gnome into like an Aussie gnome and drew shorts on it. In fact, it's on demo planning place, so you probably could have seen it. Hi Rebecca, wowzers. I wasn't even going to do this. I've said to Craig I might try something as an impromptu, and I've got 17 watching. Thank you, that's amazing. Right, so I've just done that. It's only 8:30 p.m. All right. Oh, it's the American lady I'm getting mixed up who was needing to really be in bed. I'm going to give him blue shoes, so it's perfect timing for you. Oh, I don't think these are right, but I've gone with it now. He's got his blue suede shoes on. He's an Elvis fan. Elvis gnome. So I'll do him a blue hat. Okay, so I'm going to do dark balmy blue. So yeah, if you can do a subscribe for Craig's channel, that would be absolutely amazing. He's got 99 now. Thank you, Janice. That's amazing. Thank you. Oh, hi, Kay. Morning. I'm just doing an impromptu live, really. Sorting out some gnome makes for a class. So I've got class on YouTube. I'm back for coffee and card. That's every Tuesday, so that'll be back on Tuesday. And then we're back on Thursday night for paper crafts and piano. As usual. And that's going really well. We're really pleased with that. We thought it'd sort of start to sort of die off a bit, but it's not. It's getting better, really. So, and then I'm not got a class next Saturday either, so I might do this again next Sunday might do the Sunday crafting when I've not got a class on the Saturday. So that's ready to go. I've got a little mark on that one. So let's do this one opposite. Just look at comments. Oh, wowzers. So thank you for subscribing, Janice. Come back from and he'll look on his YouTube because he put a video on this morning, so he'll be like looking at his stats on his video, and then he'll be like, wow, my subscribers have gone up. And I'll be like, really? Yeah, we're working on his website on Saturday. It's really tough for him because he went full time as pianist for weddings and events, and he got a few gigs and he'd got jobs. First 3 weeks he got some jobs and it wasn't great, and then the pandemic struck, so then no one's having weddings. He was playing 4 times a week in a nursing home while they had lunch. So that was regular little job for him, and obviously there were not people allowed in care homes now, so that all got so we're working on its website and things. You know, it's giving him time to work on stuff like that, because weddings obviously next year are going to be absolutely packed out. Oh, is it 103? Amazing. Oh my goodness. Keep telling me, because I can't check. No, that's amazing. He'll be like, oh. No, I'll have to tell him now. I'll say it's my lovely ladies. He's also on Facebook as well as Craig Sutcliffe Music. Where are you from, Janice? If you don't mind me asking. So I've not really, I don't know about, I know, Rebecca, are you still on? You're in central Scotland, oh wow. Well, I'm in like a place called Bingley. We're in a place called Bingley, but we're within Bradford, and for just over a week now, well, it'll be a week and a half, we've had our rules changed. We're sort of back into a new lockdown, so we're not allowed to go in people's houses, but to be honest, we hadn't been, because Craig had been shielding, so he's not been anywhere since March apart from out on his bike. So the rules for him were supposed to change on Friday. He was out of shielding and we could have people in the house, because neither of our boys have been able to come and stay, any of our boys. So that was all supposed to change, and then Bradford went into another lockdown on the day before. So we can't even have anybody in the garden now. So we'd had a couple of friends round. I'm just going to cut this one out while I'm chatting. We'd had a couple of friends round in the garden, obviously at a distance, because I am really a rules person, and that's so it's even worse for us now. We can't even have people in the garden because we're on this local lockdown thing. On 106, wow, brilliant. That's amazing. Thank you for subscribing. That's fabulous. He's selling his CDs now, so I've been helping him with that this week. Sold a few this week, because he does compose his own. When I say selling his CDs, obviously can't sell CDs of him playing other people's music, so he does, and I'm in awe of it, because he does sit down and he'll just write a tune. And actually, calling it a tune actually makes it sound a piece. He'll just write something and it's fab. So hi Sandra, are you all right? Have you been looking through the Christmas catalogue, Sandra? I know you said there was too much choice. I need to tell you, Sandra, I can't text you back because you're not on an iPhone. I've got this new phone and I really need to, and I've moved, well, I'm saying I've moved network. I'm now with Sky, but they actually use O2 and I was on O2 before. And the ridiculous thing is, I can't text to anyone that's not on like an iPhone, because obviously with an iPhone it goes iMessage. So I've got a couple of customers. Well, I've got about 3 regular customers who text me who are not on iPhone. And Sandra, I think you're one. So I can never text you back, which is a bit of a. So I really need to tell you So I've had to be emailing back and say I can't text you back. So there, that's a gnome cut out. And then we've got 2 on squares. Really, I should colour this last one in, and then we've got 4, yeah? Well, I thought I'd just craft along, and I've now got 17 of you watching. So if you've not ordered from me yet, and you're one of my regulars, what are you debating over? What can't you decide on? Honestly, the orders that I've had through have been they've been a real mixed bag. There's not really been a standout item yet. Although saying that, I have to say, my top seller is this. Oh, Rebecca, if you want a CD, just let me know. They're £10, and I'll sort it out for you, and I can pop it in the post to you. So this is my top seller, but it's because I've demoed it on the Papercrafts and Piano. Well, it wasn't Papercrafts and Piano, it was my new catalogue workshop, because I'm doing a class on this on the 5th of September. I've got a couple more. What about WhatsApp? Yeah, I've got WhatsApp, okay, but not all my ladies have got WhatsApp. Sandra, have you got WhatsApp? I've got WhatsApp. I love WhatsApp. And I do have a WhatsApp group for my customers, like a broadcast list. It's not a group, it's a broadcast list, so that if I text the ladies and one texts me back on the WhatsApp, the whole group don't get it, just I get it, which is really good. Because I demoed that. I did a demo at a Stampin' Up event last year, and I educated people on the broadcast list. So Sandra, if you've got WhatsApp. Ah, brilliant. You've got WhatsApp. Well, we've solved it today. So I'll add you to my, maybe I should. So Sandra, you can WhatsApp me and I can WhatsApp you back. So that's good. Right, let me just check comments. Janice. Oh, lovely calm atmosphere. Do you know, I don't feel like I'm a calm person. I'm not really a calm person. Well, I suppose sometimes I am, but I don't know about you, but I do think this, what do you want to call it, lockdown, pandemic situation, whatever, I think it's taught, I'm no philosophist or philosopher, I don't know if that, whatever words, but I think it's taught people a lot, and I think it's brought out some really positive parts in people. I also think it's brought out some negative things as well, and I must admit, over the months I've been felt a bit like the COVID police. If I've seen people breaking rules, and I've had to sort of like try and disengage from that a bit, because it was making me a bit anxious. When you live with someone who's shielding and who's classed as vulnerable, it's very easy to be more anxious. So but I've learned, it's made us all slow down. Rebecca, I think Free Spirits is first one. That's got more tracks on. But you can have a listen to them if you go on Bandcamp website, Bandcamp, and put in Craig Sutcliffe, and you can sort of pre-listen to them. If you want, there's some with some really long meditation ones at the end that are like 7 minutes. So anyway, I'll have a look and send you a message. So yeah, I think it's made me realise is that I'm quite resilient and I'm quite resourceful. And I don't suppose I realise that about myself. It's made me realise I get anxious about stuff. And it's made me realise that what we don't need. I was talking to Craig the other night, and we sat outside on Friday and had tea and a glass of wine, and you know, it's made me realise that I've only probably worn 20% of my wardrobe these last few weeks, months. We don't need all these things that we have. You know, it's made me appreciate things more. So they're the positives that I'm trying to see from it. Yeah, it's made us reevaluate. And I tell you something, it's made me so grateful for my crafts, because I couldn't have, well, I dread to think of a life without Stampin' Up, because obviously it's my income, and it's my, well, it's everything, you know, it's still my, it's my little medicine, I suppose, really. And I know it is, for crafting is a lot of people's medicine. So yeah. Oh, I am very philosophical this morning. So yeah. Just colouring this last one in that I'm going to cut out. And then I've got 4. You've been doing some crochet. Oh, honestly, I tried crochet. Friend Jane tried to teach me how to crochet, and okay, I could not do it. I sort of understood what I was supposed to be doing. I just couldn't get my thumb and stuff to do it. So it was quite funny, because I think I ended up throwing it on the floor. Yeah, I can knit basic. So I'm just going to cut this one out. I'm going to give you a tip with this one. Stampin' Up is your therapy, your happy place, and it's half your income source. Yeah, it's my full well, I'm saying it's my full income source. So I did have a job at the theatre. Well, I still do have a job at the theatre, but I've been furloughed from it. But that's due to end this month. So and it's been a minimal amount, but it's been really helpful. But that's due to end. But to be honest with you, not having to go to the theatre has given me the time to focus on this. So I'm grateful for that, because this pandemic has given me time to do the things, the online things, the parcel in the post that I'm doing. I've wanted to do that for absolutely ages, and I've never either had time, or I don't know, I've just put off doing things, and now I've not. So Sandra, you've been enjoying the parcel in the post. I wanted to send out a little kit that didn't include stamps, but included, because I realised, you know, if you want to make a card, and the papers contain 3 or 4 different colours, by the time you've added up all the packs of card, you know, you're going to be spending £30 in cardstock. And whilst I'd love to sell you £30 in cardstock, I'm a realist, and it's better for me to do these parcel in the post, where you get a little selection and you can build up your stock. So there we've got 4 gnomes. Hi Geraldine. Yep, I'm on, and it's just I've got 21. I'm just Craig's out on the bike, so I just thought I'd craft with friends. Let me read comments. Sandra, you're loving the gnomes. Yule's High Pasture, the Highland Cow. All right. Heartwarming, sweet. Yeah. I love the houses. That's my thing. So yeah, just a little heads up for you. These papers, these lilacs and blues with the snowflakes, are going to be the parcel in the post for September. Right, so they're set to go. They're good to go. Now, what I do with this, because it's stamped straight on, and what a lot of people who do colouring, don't get me wrong, I'm no colourer, I'm no expert colourer. I know this is my job, but half the time I'm just learning as I go. So I'm going to take the light balmy blue, and I'm just going to go around the edge. Now you might be horrified and think, what is she doing? And this is, you know, it's people's choice. I don't think I've coloured live on a YouTube before. Can't remember. No, I've done a video on my colouring. There's one on, there's one from back in April, I think. The blends one with the ornate style stamp. Okay, so what I've done is I've gone round that because I'm trying to make the image pop, and you might think, oh, hi Sandra. Tips if you don't have the blends. Right. Top tip is start investing in them. No, I might actually think about doing a blends club to build up people's stock. But what you could do is you could stamp these in stays on, yeah. And what you could use, Maria, is you might be best on thin whisper white, your blender pen with the you've got your blender pens with the ink pads, yeah. So using the ink in the lid with your blender pen. Right, so what I'm going to do now, because it looks a bit thick, yeah, but look at the difference between those two. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this colour lifter and I'm going to go around. I'm just going to like go in little circles. I'm going to take away some of the colour so it sort of fades and it's not such a harsh edge. That's the word I'm looking for. So Kayla, right, I love Aussie accent, right? It's really difficult. I do musical theatre and I've never had to do an Aussie accent. I'm not very good at really accents, and I think it's one of the hardest ones to do. But what do you think of our Yorkshire accent? Because I hate hearing myself. I think probably most people do. And to be honest, this is my posh Yorkshire, really. Although bits of it might not be. But yeah, so do you like our Yorkshire accent, Kayla? So you need a station. Yeah, stays on. Yeah, Maria, if you go on my top tip videos, I've done a video on which ink pads to use with which products, which colouring mediums. And the rule is you have to use opposites. So these pens are alcohol markers, yeah? They've got alcohol in. So you need to use a stays on is an alcohol black ink pad, so you can't use them together. You need to use opposite. So Memento is, well, it used to say on it there, but it's a water-based. Where does it say? I'm sure it used to say on it. But anyway, it's water-based black ink. So this is why we use Memento with alcohol. So the other way round, yeah, these are water-based inks. So we shouldn't use these with Memento, so we need to use these with stays on. So that's the rule. But I've got a top tip video on there. And it's, I don't know what the name of it is, but it's not a long one, but it talks about using the different ink pads with the different colouring mediums. So let's look at Kayla's comment. You met a guy yesterday from Liverpool. You just love accents. Oh, is your hubby Irish? So a blender pen. Well, a blender pen, I don't know what's in the blender pen. I think there could be a little bit of alcohol to help it blend. But yeah, your blender pen's fine using this ink. Okie doke. But the blender pen is not staying on the card, the ink is. So it's all about the ink against the stamped image. You don't want your image to bleed. Okay, so can you see the difference in the two? I've now gone round the edge. And can you see that blue going round just sort of helps it pop a little bit? Yep. Which do you like best? I think I'm going to go around with the blue on this one as well, so they're the same. Now I would do this with the brush edge because it means that your edge won't be as it'll be a bit more it won't be as, I don't know what the word is I'm trying to look for, obvious, so it'll be a little bit more hit and miss, do you know what I mean? Because it's a brush, and depending on how you hold it, it won't be like a line. I suppose that's what I'm trying to say. Like if you use a nib, it'd be a thinner line. Can't find my words today. Right, so that looks too thick. Look at the difference between those now. Let's see if I can zoom in. Look at the difference between those. It looks too thick. It's softer, yeah. Oh, your mum's from Essex. Wow. So, can you look at the difference there, what the colour lift is going to make? So I'll just zoom back out again. Right, so I'll go with the colour lifter. Now I do use the nib, the bullet end on this because I want to press quite hard and get that softer finish, Maria. Thank you for helping me out there with the description. Ah, Kay's in Essex, Kayla. What time are we on? 11:45. Wow, I've nearly done an hour of chit chat and craft. Okay, so there we go. He's got a blue glow about him. So that will, it's a little bit wet at the moment, so it will look different in a few minutes when it sort of calms down and sort of just settles. Yeah. So we've got 2 of those and 2 of those. And I'm going to make a little... I'm going to make some cards with these now. I've not prepped anything. I've not pre-prepped any card bases or anything. I've been quite rubbish. But it's real. This is me just crafting away. I'm a great colouring expert. I don't think so, but there we go. What's... Oh, Kayla, I think you'd like Yorkshire, because we've got lots of scenic places and we're very friendly and down to earth, and we've got like lots of places where you can have afternoon tea, and you can go. In fact, Rebecca, who was on, she's one of my team who was watching, she lives near where the Bronte sisters came from, so you can go visit there. Very Jane Eyre and Wuthering Heights. How's your storage looking, Geraldine, now you're all set up? Just cutting some card bases down. Yorkshire is stunning. Very, very lucky to be in Yorkshire, because we live near some big cities like Leeds, which is great. I think it's the 3rd largest city in the UK now, but the shopping's fab there. Not that I've been for months, but we're also very, very close by to lots of nice scenery. They did all of the Europe and the UK. Oh wow! Right, so I don't know why I'm putting that trimmer away. I've just made 4 card bases. Anyone fancy making me a cup of tea? Right, now I'm going to cut some paper down, I think. So I've kept everything that I used the other day when I made these cards in one bag, so I can sort of reach for it again. These are the papers. In fact, if you'd like to see them. So I've used that one's probably my favourite one. These were hand painted, I believe. That's nice. So it's the same one. This is one I've used on something. I've used the other side. Yeah, I like that. I love the splodges on that. So they're very sort of like an ice wash. So that's the same. That's a nice one. I might use that one actually. Yeah, I think I'll use that one. That's it on the other side. And look at that. I love that. Does look like you've spilt your drink over it though, but that's the look of it. But yeah, it does look like you've spilt something and it's all bled. Let's look at the comments. You're still here, you've just been to see the weaving that's been done. Oh wow. Having your new shelves. Oh, brilliant. Right, so I've got this piece left, so let's use that. Let's measure the size of it. So I'm going to take it down to 9.5 and I'm going to take it down to 13.8. And I'm going to put a layer behind that. I think I'll use, let's have a look. Oh, I've got some blue here actually, so that's going to be handy. Yeah, I like that. So then I'm going to cut this to 10. Oh, I'm just reading your comments. Oh, lovely. Well, I've not really been out. When did I last go out? That sounds bad, doesn't it? Thursday I went to the supermarket. That's very interesting. Friday, what did I do? I did go somewhere Friday, did I? Oh, I can't remember now. It's all rolling into one. Okay, so I'm going to put that on there. And then I'm going to... making simple cards with these ones, actually. I might use some ribbon and I might stamp the sentiment there on that one. When people are making them at home... Oh, I've not got my glue out. In fact, I really do need a new glue. So I've got my little drawers down here. And I'm hoping I've got a new glue, yes. Because I've got my glue shop is at the studio. I left it at the studio this week. Because I said to Evan, I'm dragging this glue shop backwards and forwards. And I don't really need all these glues at home. So I've squirreled like 2 or 3 of... this is my most used glue. I just love it. We call it Tombow, but it's multi-purpose liquid glue. So you don't need much, just a little thin line, about 1/2 centimetre from the edge, and then a little squiggle in the middle, and that will be plenty. They are yummy papers, Kay. I can't actually believe how... I don't know if I've cut that right, that looks a bit longer than it should be, but never mind. Might trim a bit off there, actually, with my little trimmer. I can't actually believe just how many Christmas cards I've already made. I feel really organised. That's better. I think I've cut these a bit skewy, so I might have to trim a bit off the bottom of here. There's me saying, don't worry if it's not perfect, and then I'm... that'll be fine. Okay. So, I might actually layer that up on foam pads and put some ribbon going underneath. Okay. So, I have been using, for this suite, and I am including it in the parcel in the post, this pool party. Now, you won't be able to see it very well because it's like a sheer ribbon. If I put it down on the desk and on the... if I zoom in on that, you probably might be able to see it a bit better. But pool party is like my favourite colour. It's like Tiffany blue. Well, yeah, this is the ink pad. I suppose Tiffany blue's almost in between Pool Party and Coastal Cabana. So what I'm going to do is I'll leave my ribbon attached. Well, not that it's just one single piece anyway, because it's what I'd got left over from a ribbon share. But I turn my project upside down. I've got a video on ribbon tying. Don't ask me why this works. And I have the loose end that's not attached to anything, the reel or anything, to the right, okay? And I want my bow to be over here, because when I turn it the other way, I want it to be the right hand side. No, do I? I wanted it to be over here. Just ignore me. So, I think I've got too much ribbon there. Now, bows is one thing that people worry about, get cross about, are phobic of. So I do little, like the start of my laces, and then I make 2 loops. I'm pulling this quite tight. I cross them over, my thumb's in between these loops. I cross the left one over the right one, and then I push this one through the back, and I let the tail flip over. I'm going to pull it through, and boom, and then I turn it back around. And then I just do what I call zhuzhing. So the main thing is to get that knot in the middle really tight. There we have a lovely bow. I don't know if you can see it. Yep. So that is going to sit on there. Now, I am just thinking what you can do to make this stand out a little bit, if you want. Well, let's just see what it looks like. You can take a piece of coordinating card. So in this instance, I'm going to use Highland Heather, and you could use another stitched scallop, but I think 2 scallops together doesn't work for me. So what I might do is put a rectangle of Highland Heather behind it. Oh, hi Carol, good morning. How is it in Devon? This is just an impromptu today. So what I'm going to do is measure this. Now it will be in inches. So it's about 2.5. So I'm going to go, let's do 2 5/8. Now this is where I had to cut this down, so this could go wrong here. No, it's about 3.5, so let's go 3 5/8. So it was 2 5/8 and 3 5/8, yeah? I'm not as good with inches. So this is just using some scrap. I'm just going to cut it so it's actually straight. So we needed 2 5/8. Let's cut that piece. No, that's not straight actually. Right, okay. 2 5/8. So 2.5 and then another. There we go. 2 5/8 by 3 5. I might not even. I probably. Oh, I've just dropped my thing now. Oh, I've just dropped my blade. I can't see where it is. So let's. Oh, I'm having a moment. Where did I just put my little trimmer? There it is. Let's do 3 5/8 on here. 3.5. I hope I like this now after all that. Is there any comments? Oh, is it hot? Oh, it's a bit overcast here, but it's not. It's all right. You see, look how that pops out now. How it stands out. Just adding that behind there, and it makes the scallops stand out. Yeah. What do we think? So I could glue that onto there. I think I will. I think I will raise up, I don't know whether to raise just the, oh, decisions. I think I'll stick those both together actually. Oh, now one thing to say, when you colour with the blends, you will see colour come through, and that's just normal. It's not a problem unless you were colouring on like a one layer piece as your card, so it's just something to be aware of. You will see that. So I've stuck that on there. Now I need to do a sentiment, so before I pop it on foam pads, because it would be difficult to stamp a sentiment on there. So let's have a look. I'm going to use Holly Jolly Everything because that's my favourite. And I'm going to be really brave. Look, I've been so good, and I've put the stickers on the back of every stamp in this box, which I never, I'm like a lazy crafter. I never ever do. I'm rubbish at cleaning them, as you can see. And I'm going to use basic grey for this, and I think I need to reach over and find it. Let's have a look. Yep, sorry if you get a shot of my chest there, or my shoulder, because I didn't know what I was going to do. Didn't really get anything out. You like the purple mat? Yeah, I like it, Carol. So I'm going to stamp this. Just have a practice. Yeah, because I get a bit nervous doing it direct. Now, if I do it wrong, I can always stick something over it. Yeah, that's my theory. There we go. There we go. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And then I'm going to put foam pads on the back of that. And I didn't get any of those out either. Dimensionals, I mean. Well, I've not done too bad to say that I wasn't going to do this, because I had 21 watching at one point, which is amazing. I suppose if people have set notifications, reminder thing, then people would have got a little warning that I was live, so that's really cool. Oh gosh, I've managed to talk for an hour. I'm going to have it actually. Ta-da. Where's my ribbon scissors? So, ladies who shopped with me, ladies who shopped online with me in July and used my online code, or put an order in on the order that I put in at the end of the month. I always put a club order in towards the end of the month. You will have got a free gift. Those of you who shopped with me on Thursday night, I've ordered your free gifts for you. That order's gone in from Thursday night, so thank you for that. But the free gift for the July people was a pair of scissors, the snips, and some of you already maybe had a pair, but I think you can never have too many pairs of these, because keep one. That was my thoughts. Keep one for a pair of ribbon scissors. So I've nearly done here. It's not overly busy as a card goes. Just move that down slightly. And then glue on the back. Oh, you got the notification, Serena. Brilliant. I'm good at talking. Yeah, Craig would be laughing at that. It's nice to talk to some girls. It's my dad's birthday this week, and we're supposed to be going out for a meal at 1 o'clock actually today, and we've had to cancel because we can't. We are sticking to the rules, and it's not right. It doesn't feel right, you know. We're not supposed to. Craig and I are allowed to go to the pub together. We're allowed to go for a meal somewhere together, but we're not allowed to go and intentionally meet up with someone and sit and have a meal. So we've had to cancel because it just doesn't feel right. We're not even allowed to go sit in my parents' garden, even though they're in a different area that's not on a local lockdown. So it's really tough at the minute. Yet Kate, I've got the big scissors too. So that's my first card done. It's quite plain here. But it'll be great for my class because I can pre-cut these 2 items for people. So what I think I'm going to do is, it's 12:05 and I've managed to talk non-stop really for over an hour. So I think I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea and have a toilet visit. You didn't really need to know that, but go make myself a cup of tea and have a little break. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry on crafting, and I will share what I've made with you. Let me just read some comments. Yeah, we are being sensible, and I'm really sticking to the rules. They are, but you know, until, you know, we've stuck to the rules from the beginning, but until people's attitudes change, and I don't think until some people, not saying everybody's, until people's attitudes change, then I don't think I don't think it's going to improve. And when I see people, you know, not sticking to stuff, then it upsets me. And it upsets me about, you know, I could go on about it, but you love listening. Are you happy to be crafting? Oh, I know. Well, I'm just like, you know, it's weird, isn't it? What Craig loved the other night was my friend Sally said her husband had fallen asleep listening to Craig's music, and Craig said that's the biggest compliment that he could get, is that someone was so chilled out listening to his music. Some people might think that, oh, someone's fallen asleep listening to your music, that's a bad thing, but Craig said he loved that. He loved that someone had fallen asleep, and he said that means that they feel safe and they feel chilled out and relaxed, and that's his job. So yeah, he was really pleased with that. So thank you for joining me, and I will probably do this again next Sunday. And watch out for the cards on my Instagram or on my Facebook. I'll share them, and please do share any makes you do. And yeah, thank you for joining me and listening to my ramblings. Very much appreciated. You've made 4 cards, or send me a picture, Donna. But yeah, thank you for watching me, and I will craft with you soon. Thank you. Bye.